breathing. You're just under his spell. Welcome, cursed ones.
Good evening, everyone. It's your worst nightmare and dream come true. I'm Adrian Hallowell, broadcasting live to you. It has been a day. It has been a day. I am insanely hot and insanely tired. Like, dead tired, but we are here, we are live, and we are going to play some Donkey Kong 64. Welcome in, everybody. Navajo Ghost, congratulations on the first. Thank you for taking over my stream. It's good to have you as always. Thank you. And Bolgay, thank you for rapidly stealing my hat. It's good to see you as well. How is everybody doing this evening? Welcome in Bolgay. Welcome in Navajo Ghost. Welcome in Dandy. Hope you're doing well this evening. Welcome in Sally. And welcome in Alandria. Hope you're all doing well. And yes, indeed, Saribot, in my eyes, Saribot definitely counts as a mod. Very, very dependable bot. I recommend every single streamer here in this chat use Saribot if you don't. Cannot say enough good things about it. It's gotten to a point where you are stealing my belongings from other people. Alright, hopefully everything is working well. For some reason, the OBS is acting funny. If anything seems like it's off, please let me know. Well, wait, Danny, why are you trying to time yourself out? Petition for a redeem to steal the hat from the last person who stole it. That's an interesting idea. If I can't have it, no one can. Mutual destruction activated. Okay, that didn't work. That's good for science. Yeah, Saribot is a fantastic bot. We'd have so many problems with those random bots that pop in to try to sell art. If it was not for Saribot. I think Sally tried eBay too once. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, like as a command? There is a redeem. For stealing the hat from the last person who stole it. Behold. Yes, this is true. Question to all of you watching, does my model appear like it's kind of lagging? Because, for me, weirdly, I've been noticing that on the little preview that I have on OBS on my other monitor. Looks like I'm lagging, but then when I'll watch the broadcast back, I won't see the lag. Okay. Got it, alright. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I'll look into that. Mouth is good, though. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Because it normally does not have that problem. I've noticed it a few times recently, but then I'll go back and watch the broadcast and it's not showing up there, so I figured it was just the feed. The little preview feed that's lagging for me. But it seemed a little bit weirder than usual. So I will try to see if I can figure out what's with that. Maybe a laptop is too hot because of the heat. It would not surprise me. Doesn't feel too hot, but yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, I hope everybody is doing well this evening. It's good to see all of you. I am exhausted. I Trying to think, how much sleep did I get? Probably anywhere from 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2 hours and maybe 45 minutes of sleep. I'm exhausted. I've been out in the pouring rain. I've been out in the blistering heat. I have been out in the horrible, choking humidity. It's been a day. It's been a day that I just would like to sit here and forget. Weather app says it's 97 degrees, but feels like 102 for me. Jesus. Yeah, it's technically cooler where I'm at because it absolutely poured rain here. But, the humidity is making up for it. If you move out from in front of a fan, the humidity just completely envelops you. It is miserable. Thank you, Navajo Ghost, for stealing my jacket. So little update on the new model. I'm aiming for Friday. I did some work for the thing I'm trying to put together for it. So much effort for something that is supplementary. You'll see what I mean by that. But I'm hoping I should have it done by Friday. Hopefully. We'll see. But that's my intent right now. Hey, it's 96 here, feels like 107. Jesus Christ, Bolgay. Adrian Hallowell, Cursed Witch VTuber. The curse is no sleep, and Dandy changing the second half every time. Sell jacket and hat for a high price on the black market. I need someone to do fan art of Navajo Ghost selling my jacket to the merchant from Resident Evil 4. That would be incredible. Just the thought of it. But I guess it's something that me and Leon have in common. We're always having somebody steal our jackets. You know, it is kind of funny thinking about Resident Evil Requiem. Minor spoiler for those who haven't played the game. It's not really a major thing. It's more of a running gag, it seems, with Leon. That he starts with a jacket because it's like pouring rain in the beginning of the game. And at some point he loses it after something happens in the story, which I won't spoil. But there's just no explanation for what happens to it. It's just gone. And it's a really nice jacket, so that's a shame. But it is funny to think about. So I guess that is something that me and Leon have in common. And then the reveal that Adrian is disguised as a merchant. That makes me think of that one Simpsons meme where the guy gets thrown out of the bar and then he reappears behind him inside the bar again. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. That's what it makes me think of. Yep. I have to keep buying back my jacket and hat every day. Yeah, that's a funny funny thought. I'll just say keep that in your head, Dandy. It might become somewhat relevant somewhat soon. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. Outside of me being hot and tired, trying to think what else did I see today. I actually read that Sony has been putting labels on their games now warning people that January of 2028 is the month of reckoning, that they will no longer be selling physical games. And I know we've talked about this quite extensively at this point. I won't talk it to death, but it's just amazing that they're not backing down from this. Not that I expected them to, but it's such a dumb thing to do. It really is. But I guess they've made their decision, so. Just very disappointing and kind of crazy that, like a lot of people are saying, so many games that are slated for release next year will be the last physical copies for PlayStation games. Be right back, no worries. You should have just gotten in one of the Wolfhound Squad's jackets. Yeah, right? They also have amazing jackets. But like, Resident Evil Veronica, you know, coming out next year, will probably be the last Resident Evil game to get a physical release on a PlayStation console ever. And the series started on PlayStation. That's insanity. And there's many other examples, but yeah, not great. Also, there is a new horror game that is in production. I forget what it's called. Hold on. I know how to find it. Hopefully it doesn't make OBS freak out. Alright, let's see, where are you? I saw a trailer for it recently. And there's a fascinating detail about it I want to share with all of you. I'm just trying to remember what it's called. Okay, that is weird. Should be right here. I hope they didn't. Was it removed from Steam? That would be weird. I put it in my my wish list so I wouldn't forget it. Hold on, let me try this a different way. God, I can see how it's making OBS lag. Let's go down the list. White Creek. Okay, there we go. It's called White Creek. It is a classic style survival horror game that is in production, indie project. And I'm looking forward to it, not just because it looks interesting, which it does. It is releasing on the Switch too, which is always a plus. But the more interesting detail about the game is that it's actually releasing on the Sega Dreamcast. I'm not even joking. They're actually making a Dreamcast version of the game, just for the hell of it. Which I think is amazing. Yeah, Sally, you should look it up. It's called White Creek. And it's legitimately coming to the Dreamcast. Very, very cool. I love when developers do that kind of thing. Let me switch the music for us. There we go. Yeah, looks interesting. I read about it a few weeks ago, and I didn't think it was true, and then, yeah, they dropped a trailer and everything. Dreamcast logo is right up there with all the other consoles and Steam and stuff. Yeah, it looks so cool. if I had a Dreamcast and if you know, I had the know-how and everything, that would be my ideal way to play it. Like, that's got to be super cool to play a new game on your Dreamcast in I guess we'll say 2027, right? There's also a Resident Evil one that started in a hospital. I think it's called Phase Zero, if I'm not mistaken, right? Something like that, or it's something similar. But I think I know which one you're talking about, because I've had my eye on that one too. There's quite a few classic-style survival horror indie games coming out that I am hoping I'll be able to play, either through a Switch 2 version, or hopefully they'll be able to run on my, my sad little laptop. Just wait till I'm in charge of the world. I'm gonna require cartridges come back and no more delisting games. That sounds like the kind of world I would like to live in, Dandy. Phase Zero, okay. Yeah, I am looking forward to that one as well. I want to see more developers make games in that style. Something that I have been greatly saddened about is that so many developers take inspiration purely from, like, Silent Hill, and, like, they might take some gameplay things from Resident Evil, but story-wise, it's always Silent Hill, right? Gotta run, be back later if I can. No worries. Thank you for dropping by, Dandy. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. But yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but the problem is they just kind of end up, repeating Silent Hill 2, which I get it. It does have an amazing story. It's good. But the game is so often imitated, never duplicated. You know what I mean? And for me personally, I want to see more grounded science horror type games. And it's a shame that there's very little of those. It feels like so many times with horror games, it's always either inspired by Silent Hill or it's inspired by Aliens. And there will be Resident Evil elements to the gameplay, but nobody really ever tries to do what Resident Evil does with, like... And don't get me wrong, Resident Evil gets ridiculous sometimes. Resident Evil Village is a perfect example of the kind of thing I really do not want the series to be doing. But, Capcom at least always tries to explain it with in-universe science, you know what I mean? As opposed to magical creatures or cosmic horror or ghosts and spirits and it's all in your mind and stuff like that. Not that that's always a bad thing. Again, I do like those kinds of horror. It's just kind of sad that like science horror is so rare compared to all the other types. I think that's one reason why I really do like Puppet Combos games and Chilla's Arts games, because they sometimes do veer into like the paranormal and the supernatural, but a lot of their games often have to deal with things like stalkers or serial killers, and it's very refreshing because you really don't see that kind of thing very often in video games. So yes, I would like to see more indie horror developers broaden their horizons with what they choose to tackle in terms of their stable of villains and such in their horror games. That would be nice. Speaking of Rare, and given of course what we're going to be playing today, I was actually watching this video about Rare, and they're talking about the game Cameo Elements of Power, which I loved that game. I played it when it came out, and to me, it's one of their more underrated titles. Probably one of the last great games I think Rare ever put out. Before they were sent to the Kinect mines, and then of course they did Sea of Thieves and just never did anything again. But Cameo had so much potential for a franchise, and the thought process behind the game is just so unique. And I really wish that they would have gotten to make another one. But what I thought was interesting was there was a developer that actually worked at Rare who appeared in the comment section of the video, and he was actually talking about what it was like working on the game, and basically said like they cut so much. So much of it got left on the cutting room floor because it was initially a GameCube game. Then it got moved to the original Xbox and then to the Xbox 360. And in that whole process, as you could imagine, a ton of stuff got cut. And fascinatingly, something I did not know about Cameo was that apparently a large swath of the Donkey Kong 64 team actually made that game. Very, very interesting. It is definitely a game that I would love to see get a full-blown remaster. I know it was in the Rare replay, but I don't really know how upgraded it was, if at all. I think some of those games just kind of got left largely alone. So I don't know if it actually runs any better on like a modern Xbox and stuff, but man, I wish that the Rare replay would have actually made it to the Switch too, because I would have bought that in a heartbeat. I'm glad that we're getting the classic Rare games on the NSO, but it would have been cool to have the whole collection. I definitely would have been very happy about that. It's also odd to me that Sea of Thieves is still not on the Switch too. Seems like a glaring omission, considering they put it on the PS5. I don't know why people act so weird about the Switch 2. It's very odd, considering you would think there's still a sizable portion of the Nintendo fan base that miss Rare, based on the reaction to Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash Bros. Ultimate. That would have gone absolutely bananas for Rare replay and Sea of Thieves, I think. But what can you do, I guess? That and the reboot of Killer Instinct that they did. That's another funny one to me that is kind of crazy that Microsoft actually had a fighting game that could have given them some inroads into like Evo and stuff like that, and they just let it die on the vine. Because to my understanding, the Killer Instinct reboot was actually very well regarded. And they just never did anything with it again. Don't understand how Microsoft is so bad at this. It's like they've been in this industry since, technically, of course, before the Xbox, but officially as a console manufacturer and first-party developer since 2001. You would think that they would have had this a little bit more figured out by now, but they seem to get lost more and more every passing month and every year, rather than becoming more experienced, which is crazy to me. And watching that video just made me see that, like, I know there's always a lot of historical revisionism on whether or not Nintendo should have purchased Rare and why they decided not to. And to my knowledge, the way I understand it is they actually did put a bid through for Rare, but they got outbid by I think it was Activision and of course Microsoft, and Microsoft ended up winning. Like basically they did put a bid out, but they didn't make a full-blown serious attempt to own them. And I think in large part that was probably because there was a lot of high-profile departures. Many of the staff that did GoldenEye and Perfect Dark left to form Free Radical, and while a lot of the platforming team was still there, I think they probably felt like that absence was going to be a pretty big deal, you know? And I've seen some people having discussions on when they feel like Rare kind of lost their knack, so to speak, for making games. Because while it is easy to blame it on Microsoft, and I do think, of course, they have a large share of the blame in it, I think Rare was kind of slipping already, heading into the Xbox and GameCube era. Not with the likes of something like Star Fox Adventures, but rather, I think Grabbed by the Ghoulies was probably the first time they put out a game that was not really received all that well. At least not to the extent that Rare's games had been before. And then you don't really count Conquer Live and Reloaded because it was a remake of an already good game. But Grabbed by the Ghoulies and then, what is it? Perfect Dark Zero. Were both very questionable games in terms of their respective quality levels. And then, after that, after Cameo and such, it was just Kinect games. Well, aside from Viva Pinata, which was also good, and also, both critically and commercially successful. In fact, I don't know how many of you know this, but Viva Pinata actually had a show. It had a series. Dude, I'm so glad I switched to PC. What the fuck is Sony's? Is a Sony bullshit. They're actually doing it? Yeah. Yes, they are. And welcome in, Purple. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Sony is, they're doing it. And the thing is, it's not even just the PlayStation division. Sony as a whole have lost their collective minds. I know a few streams ago we talked about how they're restricting access to the Crunchyroll store to everyone except the top tier subscribers. And they bought out Right Stuff to basically shut them down and absorb them into the Crunchyroll store, which now they're going to do a lot less business because they're restricting who gets to shop there based on their subscription status, which you would think is a pretty dumb shit move, considering, you know, if you wanted to buy anime-related things, that was a viable shopping platform. And now you are limiting the amount of money that you can actually make from that that store that you own, and trying to essentially squeeze more money out of people. It's just ridiculous. Also heard that Electronic Arts has been bought by a Saudi Arabian group. Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is also true. Not that EA was great before, but I'd be shocked if there wasn't any meddling there. Which, the game I'm most worried about in that regard is The Sims. Because The Sims has always been a very progressive game that has been very open and inclusive. And if you start seeing that go away, yeah. There are also other hands in the pie relating to who owns EA beyond the Saudi Arabian group. To my understanding, there is relatives of a certain orange dipshit that also have some ownership over this now. Which is just wonderful, isn't it? Gotta love the world that we live in. So, yeah. Need to lurk? Phone's on 3? Oh god. Yeah, go plug up your phone. No worries, Purple. But yeah, it's getting pretty crazy right now. In fact, actually, I also heard that Tencent? No. I don't know if it's Tencent or another company. It is a Chinese publisher. but they divested from Marvelous as well. The studio that does games like Story of Seasons and Rune Factory and such. So they are also, you know, they I don't know what's going to happen with them and their funding moving forward. To my understanding, the recent Story of Seasons games that they've been putting out and such have been successful, so I hope they'll be okay, but I love those games, and I really don't want them to go away. Same with Rune Factory. Rune Factory is one of my favorite series. I played Rune Factory Frontier on the Wii so much. For those of you that only know Stardew Valley, obviously it takes a lot from Story of Seasons, formerly Harvest Moon in the West. But I would say there's a lot that Stardew Valley takes directly from Rune Factory. And you are doing yourself a disservice if you never actually go and try those games. They are good. A hybrid of farm simulation, visual novels, and RPG mechanics with combat and everything. Really, really good games. I loved Harvest Moon SNES, but I found myself enjoying Fantasy Life more lately. I love Fantasy Life on the 3DS. I've heard really good things about it. I think that's a level 5 game, right? I think they made a new one on the Switch. I would like to try it. I've never played it before. So seeing you speak so highly of it is, it definitely makes me curious. Hey, welcome in, Aza. Good to see you. How are you doing? I feel like you right now. I'm actually incredibly freaking tired. I need sleep. Hold on. Make sure that this is correct. So I can't type to save my life right now. Okay, there we go. Yes, everybody follow Aza. They are a fantastic streamer. Very, very entertaining. Very fun to watch and adorable. And a fantastic artist, too. Of course, you're welcome. Just about to head to bed. I will live vicariously through you, Aza. Thank you for taking the time to drop by. Always happy to see you. Please sleep well. Stop the glaze. It's not glaze if it's true. Yes, it is. It's very true. Please make sure that you give Aza a follow. You take one look at their model and you will want to abuse the head pat command. But yeah, please do get some good sleep. I will live vicariously through you because I could use it myself, but unfortunately I haven't had the best luck with sleep lately for several reasons. So I will have to imagine myself in your place. But yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate that. I will beam the rest directly into your brain, don't worry. Enjoy Donkey Kong. Thank you so much. But yeah, I've never tried Fantasy Life. I am pretty interested in it now that you mention it. In fact, has anybody here ever played the Sakura Wars games? I played a good chunk of the one that came out on the Wii. I think it was called So Long My Love. And it's so good. It's a strategy RPG with visual novel mechanics at a very unique steampunk world type setting. And God, I loved it. I never got to finish it, sadly. But yeah, Sakura Wars was a very very popular franchise that unfortunately kind of got run into the ground via Sega's stupidity. The guy who was in charge of the Yakuza series for a while, Nagoshi, to my understanding, he had creative control over the Sakura Wars games, at least towards the end of his tenure, and decided to make a new one that would not only change the gameplay from what the fans liked, so basically it went from being a strategy RPG to an action RPG, because of course all these RPG franchises decide to shoot themselves in the foot by changing to action gameplay, thinking that that's what everybody wants when it's not. And the success of games like Baldur's Gate and Expedition 33, I think, proves it. But anyway, and of course the continued success of things like Pokemon and Persona. But with that being said, he changed the gameplay entirely and decided to make it a PlayStation exclusive. Which, of course, is another and a long-running example of his weird hatred and bias towards Nintendo, which we talked about. Rumored heavily to be the fact that he felt that Nintendo was to blame for F-Zero GX's failure back on the GameCube. I think I'll head to bed. I'm completely destroyed. I'll see you next time. Have fun. Take care. No worries, Sally. You get some sleep too. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, sleep well. But yeah, poor Sakura Wars. The latest game did not do well, and the series has been on ice ever since. I think they attempted a mobile game again, and it didn't really do much of anything. Quite a shame. But yeah, I think we've talked enough. We're gonna go ahead and get into our pre-game tarot card pull, and then we're gonna play some Donkey Kong 64. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Alright. Let me switch the music, and then we'll see what the cards have for us today. Alright, much better. Let's see what we've got here. Today's card is the Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords in reverse is a card detailing fatigue around conflict. If you pull this card in this position, there may be a situation that you find yourself in right now, in which you have been having a bit of a knockdown, drag-out, what would you call it? I guess series of arguments or fights, however you want to view it, with either an individual or a group. And of course, this could be relating directly to your personal life, or this could be something surrounding your job, or things of that nature. But either way, you are exhausted. This is going nowhere. These fights just don't end, right? And you'd like it to stop. So much so that you're probably willing to just compromise and say whatever you have to say just to make it stop. I think we've probably all been there with somebody in our lives at one point or another, right? Somebody who always feels like they have to win or get the last word in, so eventually you just kind of cave in, so that way you can move on with your life. Well, this card is asking you to do what is best for you. Don't give in to the temptation to be prideful and continue a endless spiral of conflict that is going nowhere. You may not be able to control the other person, but you can control yourself. And you have the option to set things aside for the sake of your inner peace. Right? So don't allow yourself to fall into a cycle of giving into the need to win or to be right. Because both of those things, first of all, you're not going to win this fight. Not because the other person's going to win, but because in an argument, there's very, very little times where anybody ever truly wins. Everybody loses in their own way. And second of all, you are not going to win the other person over no matter how much you drag it out. You're just going to continue to lose your own sanity, bit by bit. So don't allow yourself to be prideful in this situation. Understand that sometimes it pays more to swallow your pride if it means that you will be able to rest your mind instead of continuing to go back and forth with a person or other party. You understand? You have control over yourself. And that is better than having control over another person. You can walk away and do what's healthiest for you. So, if you find yourself in a situation like that with somebody, don't be afraid to put down your sword and just give it up. May not feel good in the moment, but you will feel so much better in the long run. And protecting your sanity and your happiness is very, very important. More important than winning an arbitrary fight. Additionally, the Five of Swords in reverse can also be a signpost that something that you went through, that you thought that you had kind of put behind you, has reemerged and is giving you strife. Old fears and old pains might be returning to you. And if this is the case, it is likely the case that you never resolved what caused those kinds of pains and issues for you in the first place. So if this is the case, and you thought that you left these things behind, but here they are again, it's time to make peace with whatever happened in the past. Because much like I mentioned before, how you're not going to win an argument with somebody who's, not going to listen or not going to let you, and the only thing that's going to happen is you and this other party are going to continue to just hurt each other endlessly. If you don't make peace with whatever happened in your past, well, you're just going to continue to kind of spiral further and further. So strongly advise that you do what you can to make peace with whatever happened and put it behind you. Much easier said than done, but it is possible. So don't be afraid to seek help from others or talk to a therapist or whatever you must do, but try not to continue to let things fester within you. Because again, there is no winners in that situation. You just lose more and more of your sanity. So yes, that is our pre-game tarot card pull. Not the most happy, but certainly I would hesitate to call it a negative reading. I think if anything, it's good encouragement for healthier practices in the way that you process things and the way that you deal with other people that may not be the best people to have around you in your life. So ultimately, a good way to sum it up is what I always say to each and every one of you, which is take care of yourselves. Always prioritize your mental health and your happiness and your sanity. They are very, very important. But with that being said, We're gonna play some Donkey Kong 64, and hopefully it won't compromise my mental health like it did yesterday with that minecart challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us switched over. This may also be a bit of a shorter stream, because I'm just tired. I actually kind of feel it catching up with me right now, and I sadly don't have an energy drink with me today, so I can't power through it the way that I have been the last 2 days. But we're gonna do our best. All right. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And here we are. Let me just go ahead and post on Blue Sky. There we go. Alright. At the very least, when we left off, we had started to make some progress. Alright, let's get Lanky. So we can get those blue bananas there. Alright. So now that we are in the nighttime area, we should probably go back up to the big mushroom thing. I still wonder what you're supposed to put over here, too. Right, which one of these took me to the... This one right here? Yes. Now, I could have sworn that there was also other... Okay, there is a locked gate right there. But evidently nothing to do with the time of day. Alright, let's just go inside the mushroom. We'll start working our way up. And see what all areas we couldn't get into, because there was a pretty significant looking door. The higher that you went. Alright, we're gonna go with Chunky Kong because I think most of the bananas were for him. And we're gonna see if now we can find out what's behind those doors. I'm actually quite excited to find out. I just pray that it's not more deranged minigames, please. I don't know how much more of that I can take. Right, not that way. Kind of odd that that area just kind of goes into a dead end. Let's ignore that guy. Yeah, I think it might be a floor higher, but I do recall there being some of those doors on the outside as well. And to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that the bats do not maul you. God, I hate these guys. Okay, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think this door right here was actually closed before, right? It was a moon door. Guess we'll find out. Yep, this is new. But in the end, just a small side area. Definitely not what I was expecting out of that. Also, I do want to say that we're going to start mixing it up a little bit more soon. I know I've been playing this game for a long time, because it is a very long game. But we will be playing more than just this game soon. I've been on the hunt for a new horror game for us to play. And I also want to return to Master Detective Archives Raincode. So we will be seeing about that very soon. God, I almost did not make that jump. Alright. What is this over here? Changing barrel. Alright, let's look around the perimeter up here. I think I did this already, right? This was a mini game where I had to do a puzzle. Yes, we did this already. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go investigate this over here. Hold on, let me circle this thing. Right here. Because I think this was covered before, right? Yeah, it definitely was. But we need Diddy Kong. Thankfully, they were kind to us and put a changing barrel right here. Alright, 15 more seconds. Alright, there we go. I wish you could knock them off of the stage. That would be immensely helpful. But we got another crown. This looks weird here. Like there should be a door or something. But I guess not. Is that really all there is to the tower in the end? Alright, I guess so. Definitely at a loss. For where we go now. We went up here before, didn't we? Yeah, we did, but we're supposed to come up here with Lanky? How do we get Lanky up here? You know, never mind. Dumb question. There we go. Okay, that's what that door is. I was wondering what that was about. And you have 10 seconds to get in there. Okay, that's interesting. Those guys can actually be taken down. Alright, let's see what's in here. Donkey Diddy, Tiny, Chunky, Lanky. Okay, I think I see. Alright, that should be Donkey Kong. Diddy Kong. Tiny. Chunky. Lanky. Hell yeah. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Minigame. Shoot the golden banana, just don't hit any cons. Yeah, this one isn't so bad. Why have I not been getting hits for the other times? I don't understand. Okay, that was odd. Alright, not bad. Alright, so we did that. I honestly don't really know what else we could do here. Alright, let's just get this guy out of here. Alright, now how would we get in here? Is the question. Aha. Well played. That was actually really well hidden. You know, I think these guys are actually supposed to be able to hit me, but they're just incredibly incompetent. Alright, well, we found the teleporter for 4. Let's bully this guy and get his blueprints. Now we definitely need Diddy Kong here. And Tiny. Don't suppose they were generous enough to bring us a barrel? What is this? Somehow I get a bad feeling about this. Please don't let this be another mind-numbing minigame. Okay, weirdly that did nothing. Maybe during the daylight? Alright, well now that that works, we can switch. We'll start with Diddy Kong. And then I guess if anything, once we get all the rest of the bananas and such out of the way, we can come back here, change everything to daylight. Let's see what happens. God, I have to be honest, chat, I am really tired. So this may end up being a really short stream, but hopefully you appreciate, Okay, I must be tired because I did not see this at all. Yeah, hopefully you guys appreciate being here nonetheless. Alright, so they can't actually hurt you. Hey, I don't understand that. Do they give me that just to get those red bananas, or...? Who is that? Okay, I'm assuming we have to come back during the daytime to wake him up. Alright, in that case, let's do... Let's do Tiny Kong's objective over there. Alright, we'll deal with that in just a minute. First, I want to know what exactly this does. Okay, I see. Got it. Gotta do this first. Not exactly what I wanted in that moment, but we'll get those after. Okay, actually, let's rewind. I keep forgetting I can actually do that. There we go. Makes life a lot easier. Okay, triple kill. What the heck did I just pick up? One second, everybody. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Alright, not bad. So let's go ahead and turn the clock. But actually, did I do this one as Diddy Kong? I can't remember. No, I don't think I did actually. Trying to do everything in one fell swoop. Well, that's how we wake this guy up. Okay. Hoot, I don't speak to anyone without wings. Come back when you can fly. Alright, so now we do his little jetpack thing. Which is probably going to turn into a race. Let's see if you can fly through my course of rings around this tree. I knew it. Alright, that is... finicky. Besides the camera being atrocious. Okay, you see that? Look at that. I definitely went through... I'm going through that ring. Unbelievable. So what I mean, as much as I like this game, it has some remarkably sloppy work from Rare. Very weird. Uncharacteristically sloppy. Please let it end. Please let it end. Finally. I knew I should have made the course harder. But I suppose you've earned a prize. No, I think it was a perfect difficulty. Into a minigame? Really? That should have been enough. Oh my god, this game. Survive the onslaught. This is not a particularly offensive minigame, but I still don't think it should be necessary after going through all of this shit with the owl. You know what I mean? Alright. Alright, now we're gonna go back and turn this to, daylight. So I am curious if that makes that, whatever that is, come out. So that Lanky can, guess engage with it? I have no idea what's supposed to come out of that. Guess we'll see. There we go. Okay, well, this is very different immediately. Hey Lanky, I've heard you're a bit of a mover. How about a good old-fashioned running race around my obstacle course? First back here wins the trophy. Man, that's so funny. My grandpa could run faster than you. What the heck is he talking about? Am I supposed to always be in front of him? Did not mean to do that. Ah, okay, I see. Alright, let's just start over. Ah, I don't know, guys. I am super duper tired. This might end up turning into the shortest stream I've ever done. Wait, where the heck am I supposed to go? Is there one over here? Yes, there is. Okay. Alright, that time it's the graphical pop-in that got me. But fair enough. Okay, how did that... Hold on, how did that even happen? There we go. Okay, please stop. All right. Let's try this again. I think they use that sound effect in Perfect Dark as well, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so far so good. Said that and jinxed myself with the controls. But I think we got this. There we go. Not bad for a lumbering ape. I wasn't really trying, so you can't have the trophy yet. But I need to get my breath back before we race for the big one. So take this consolation prize, and I'll see you later. Are you serious? Alright, that is frustrating. Alright, I will be right back. I'm gonna do a little bit of stretching and such. Try to wake up a little bit. We'll see if I can get my second wind. If not, we might end up actually making this quite a fast stream. I'll probably go until the 2-hour mark, but we'll see how it goes. If you've been sitting for a while as well, I do recommend that you get up and stretch too. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright. I'm back, I got up. Did a little bit of stretching. Actually got some bubble gum. Try and wake me up a little bit. So we can play a little bit longer. Not anticipate today's events catching up with me the way that it has. But regardless, we will continue. Can we wake this guy up again, ironically? Alright. There we go again. Okay, he's a lot faster this time. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Hey, welcome in, Jay. Yes, this is indeed the second race. And I have no clue what I'm supposed to do because he is like a speed demon right now. You need a move you get in the next world. Alright, then I guess we're just gonna have to leave this alone for now. Thank you for letting me know that, Jay, because I would be driving myself crazy right now. Thinking I'm doing something wrong if that was not the case. Yes, welcome in, Jay. Hope you're doing well. Alright, to be honest, I think... maybe we're... Actually, you know what, hold on. I was gonna say maybe we're ready for the boss. There's still one area we haven't really explored yet. Kind of. See if we can get over there, hold on. Yeah, Lanky has a barrel move that makes him as fast as the rabbit. Did you go in the mill? I think that's where I'm looking for right now. Hold on. Okay, not that. I know one of these buttons takes you there. First one, right? Yeah, right here. So maybe you can help me out with this, Jay. So I did get in here. But no clue what I'm supposed to do. Seed you need to plant near the tomatoes. Full disclosure, I am chewing some gum right now to keep myself awake. Please let me know if that's picking up on the mic or anything like that. You gotta put the barrels on the conveyor belt. Wait, chunky, right? This makes so much sense now. Hate those stupid fast-moving bees. Yeah, I think I did the, I think I did Tiny's portion already. Let me double check that. Quite obnoxious. Hmm. Okay, so that spider web only opens up at night. I have no idea why I'd want to be smaller here. Can I slip out of this? No. Okay. Alright, let's just solve this for now. I gotta put the barrels back on there. Alright, now it should be Donkey Kong, right? Amazing that you can still miss so easily, even with the homing bullets. Alright, and this is timed. Okay, just in the nick of time. What does that say? Two, 1, 1, 3, 2. Hey, welcome in, Shuri. Thank you. Hope you're doing well this evening. I am attempting to stave off exhaustion. I've been super tired. I'm actually chewing gum right now to stay awake. Hopefully that is not audible on the microphone. If it is, please let me know. Feels like that's just your default state? Yeah. But today is definitely worse than usual. I'm, much worse off today than usual. It's been a long day. Might need to chew with your mouth open so we can hear you. No, I want to make sure you can't hear me when I'm chewing. I don't want to set off anybody's misophonia. I am trying to chew as quietly as I can, so hopefully that's a good sign then if you can't hear it, Jay. Alright, so we need to make it nighttime so we can get the banana outside. But how do we get Chunky into the other room? Is my question. You mean chewophobia? ASMR denied. Should be open at night? Okay. Then we'll stick with Chunky then. Let's go open the, let's go turn it tonight and open up the thing. Alright. Okay, so that entrance is closed, but the banana should be around here. Right there. I'm presuming I need Donkey Kong for that. Any chance I can just slip in? That's a lot of steps for one banana. I know, right? This whole area has been like that, though. A bunch of steps just to get a singular banana. Okay. Did I already do this as Diddy Kong? Maybe not. Thank you for the redeem. This is an interesting redeem for this game. I think we're a little bit, a little overdressed, perhaps. But this is Donkey Kong, so maybe we're actually, in the proper attire. One might say we have our monkey suit on. It is so easy to slip off of things in this game. DK64 is serious business, as the kids say. To be honest, it kinda is. I find myself having to lock in quite a bit with these mini games. So in that way, it is kind of serious business. Hey, welcome in, Augustine. Thank you for the head pats. How are you doing this evening? Okay. How's stream? It has been okay so far, aside from me being completely and utterly exhausted. I'm very tired. My brain is not braining right now. I'm having to chew gum to stay awake. Wait a minute, I know what I'm doing wrong. Well, I was muted for half my stream and didn't know. Oh my god. I am so sorry, Augustine. I would just say at least take solace in knowing that you are not the only person that has happened to. As long as you never do the, as long as you never suffer the Tay-Zonde fate, I think you're okay. I have no idea what to do with these buttons. Adrian needs a race car bed at this point. I'd be willing to take you up on that offer. I am so tired right now. This will definitely end up being a pretty short stream. Stream was desolate, so it's not like anyone witnessed my shame. That is fair enough. I have to, I don't know if I ever showed you, Augustine, but I have to send you that video of Tay streaming, and basically, well, you know what? If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You just gotta see it. It is so funny. It is like a streamer's nightmare, and he doesn't even realize what's going on with the audio. It is so funny. Not even in like a mean-spirited way, because nothing like truly bad happens. That's like really embarrassing. It's just like it's an audio nightmare, and he doesn't even realize what's going on. And it is so funny. Well, now I'm very curious. You definitely should show me. Is there any way to get him in here? Okay. Okay, that is not the case. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do in there. The winch is for this, right? I wonder if I can find it real quick, Augustine. One second, let me find this. So I can send it to you. I think you'll find it quite funny. We're very professional today. To be honest, it's a good little distraction. Because I'm starting to feel myself getting quite tired again. Okay. Alright, this is amazing. Hold on. I gotta mute that. So that way you guys don't hear this. Well, I grab the link. I'm talking about the suit didn't mean to be mean. Oh no, I thought... Yes, this is true with the suit. No, I thought you just meant that we were kind of goofing off. To which right now, I would definitely say that applies to me in sending you this video. Okay, Augustine, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put it in the Discord server. Just in case anybody else here wants to see it as well. I had posted it in the server at one point. But I'm gonna post it again. I'm gonna tag you, Augustine. Okay. I posted it. So if anybody is in the server and you'd like to see that, go ahead and check it out. Also, I do want to say to anybody who's watching from YouTube, if you're interested in joining the YouTube or the Discord server, let me know. I can drop a link in the chat for you all. It's a nice, chill little server. You get notifications when I go live, and get to chat with other cursed ones. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I would be happy to provide you all with a link. But yes, it's in the server now. Let me know what you think of it, August. Alright. You hear it, right? The smooth voice makes up for it, though. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, it's the fact that he just never realizes that this is what's happening. Don't worry, you're still my top pick for voice stealing Ursula style. Well, that is an honor. This game was not built for this moment. This game was not built for this moment at all. Knew that was gonna happen. Alright, that's not gonna work. This bird will not hold the flashlight correctly. Don't forget to rewind, Dr. Freeman. Thank you. Yes, I keep forgetting. You would have been proud of me before. I did remember briefly, but I keep forgetting I can do that with the N64. Okay, 100 bananas here for Diddy Kong. I think we might have enough to face the boss. We may not need to go through all of this agony. Who would risk their lives for a fucking orange over there? Are you kidding me? Wild, it went unnoticed for so long, though. Thankfully, I realized my mic was muted, like, halfway through the stream, but that's not the first time I've done that. Adrian is experiencing the dad rage of having a child hold the flashlight and point it everywhere except the desired spot. It's funny you mentioned that. I was gonna say, I kind of felt like I was in that situation with this thing not pointing the light correctly. Hey, we got it. Can I just drop now? Do I have to? Can't see shit. I legitimately can't see shit. What'd you get up to in your stream, though, August? Were you, playing, or were you doing art? I have no idea where I am right now. Well, that works for me. As long as I still have the bananas and stuff. Who cares? More Cult of the Lamb. How are you feeling about that game so far? I need to swing by. If you have the Twitch integration set up, I can actually make a cult member. And help you out until I die. We did this yesterday, right? I do have the integration. I've loved Cult of the Lamb for a while. I'm playing it live specifically for the Twitch integration and to try out hard mode. I see, I see. I'm not doing well with hard mode. Cult of the Lamb already looks like a pretty tough game, so I can only imagine what the game is putting you through over on hard mode. Alright, let's see if maybe we can, we have enough to pay our way towards the boss. It's not too hard at the start, but the Woolhaven DLC is definitely going to kick my ass. I could barely beat it on normal. Oh god. Alright, we are almost there. I think we'll try to see if we can beat this boss. Then I will call it an early stream. So I am absolutely just beyond tired at this point. Woolhaven is harder than half of the damn Undertale bosses? Now that is surprising. Alright. I regret to inform you that you're up, Chunky Kong. Let's make a save. Head on in. Oh, it's this thing again. Thought I went deaf for a second? Welcome back, ball guy. Why'd you think that? I had the music turned down? Ah, got it. By the way, Bulgay, whenever you want to send me that prologue you were talking about yesterday, feel free, okay? Been so preoccupied. No worries, believe me, I completely understand. I just want you to think I forgot about it. Had the hardest time with this boss one on the N64. I think I can understand why, Jay. Got it, okay. How the hell am I supposed to dodge that? I want to dramatically dive into a pool of lava. Go to a corner and hang off of an edge. Jay, that is brilliant. You have to give him 3 primate punches. Got it. Okay, well, not that edge. That's reasonable. The window of opportunity is so small. Drama Club Dragon. Okay, there we go. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Hanging over the edges when he does the firewall. Got it. Did work for me a little bit back there too, though. You have to do the big punch. Yeah, I forgot the controls for it for a second. Did not realize that that was kind of timed. Alright, let's start fresh. Z plus B, yeah, thank you. I remembered too little too late in the end. Okay, let's not start by taking damage. Okay, the controls are not helping here. Let's not start by taking damage. Me on every Cult of the Lamb crusade. You know? I could see that for sure. I feel like that's probably just a mood for any roguelike. Hey, it worked. Try to get 3 of those punches every time you get large. I'll do my best. Alright, now that the timer is on and the descent begins. Alright, let's not do that. Much better. Alright, here we go. He's not trying to do a backflip there. Oh, man, please don't tell me I'm gonna be stuck in a little loop of death here because he's so close to me. Yeah, I definitely see why you had issues with this one, Jay. This is, God, what now? Oh, thank goodness. Tough, but honestly, I think I probably enjoyed that battle the most of any of them so far. Mechanically. That one felt tough but fair. I never really felt like any part of the game was kind of at odds with what they wanted me to do there, you know? I enjoyed it. GG, thank you, Churi. Okay. Well. Trying to find the way out of here so we can, go back. There it is. Alright, let's go over here and put the key in. See what it opens up, and then I think I'm gonna call it. He's so happy. Alright, well, we've still got 3 worlds left, right? God, this game is so lengthy. Where is the cannon? There it is. Okay, I see it. Just gonna position myself over where it's at. You have to go to where World 2 is. See, Adrian, I told you your sexy, smooth voice is so good for sitting back, relaxing to and eating too. Hell, I read to your voice in gameplay because it's amazing. It's calming. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, Purple. I appreciate that. Okay, I presume we probably need Tiny Kong to get over there easily. See, and this is why I'm gonna steal it. It's prime stealing material. Well, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Going to get food and watch. I'm unfortunately going to be ending stream very shortly. I did not get much of any sleep whatsoever. And it is catching up with me big time. Didn't think that it would, but it most certainly has been. Alright, I'm guessing this is going to be an ice swirl. Those stubborn apes don't know when they're beat. But even they will have to admit defeat after they've tangled with my fiery little pet. Nothing can stop me now. Their island is doomed. Ah, there you are. I trust the Kongs have been dealt with. Not quite. Oh, it was awful, Master. Those horrible Kongs threw nasty barrels at me, knocked me into the lava, they did, and I've singed both my wings, and one of them got really big and punched me in the face. Look at my poor old nose. I want to go lie down now, I'm not feeling well at all. Wow. I like the atmosphere here already, both the lighting and the music. Well, we have an exciting new world for next time. I swear this game has an ending, guys, and we will see it. Wins the race car bed donathon. If you raid when I get food, have an amazing heap. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Purple. Sorry I'm ending right when you were gonna, lock in and enjoy the stream. I would go for longer, you know, normally I stream for like 4 hours, but, today was just a hellish day. And I'm just exhausted, I'm hot, there's just a lot going on, so I'm gonna end up getting some rest. Let me go ahead and take us to the, let me take us to the office. Alrighty. Thank you all for joining me today. Much shorter stream than usual. Quite sad about that actually, because I do like spending a lot of time with you guys. But I did not want to have a repeat of what happened when I played Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, where I was just completely out cold, falling asleep and reading with my eyes closed. Which I'm still kind of surprised I was able to do. But today was a pretty exhausting day. Kind of sapped my energy. So I will try to get some rest. And tomorrow I think I might skip streaming. One, so I can get some rest. And two, so that way, I can finish all the work on what I need for the new model reveal, which I'm aiming to do Friday. I'll know by probably midday tomorrow if I can lock that in, and if I lock it in, I will put it in the announcements section of the Discord server, and then we'll do the reveal on Friday. If I am not able to do that, then hopefully it'll be Saturday, but I'm really pushing to get it done by the end of the week. Because I've just been sitting on this, and I really want to have that shown off already. It's definitely going to be, it's going to be crazy. So, I hope you're all looking forward to that. But yeah. It's okay, man, my stream was short too. We all need rest. Yeah, this is true. This is true, August. Idea, new model needs a blanket burrito redeem. There's so many things I want to say about the new model, but I have to take a vow of silence until I show it off. Reading with eyes closed is a skill tier I can never hope to unlock. You see what was happening, August, was I would read the dialogue start, so it was like already in my brain, and then I was basically just sleep talking. That was pretty much what was happening there. I gotta lock in and clear out my commissions so I can have time for fan art once the model is out. Well, I can't wait to see that if you're able to. Still wild though? Yeah, absolutely. Alright, let's see. Who is online? Gotta be somebody cool I can leave you guys with. Oh, we have a few choices here. Everyone is live today. Yeah, there's actually less people live than I'm used to, but there's a good selection here. But I think we're gonna go ahead and raid into Moonlit Kiwi. This should be the first time I've raided into them. They are playing Kiwi? I'm not sure what that is, but it's very it's very fitting. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid into Moonlit Kiwi. So everybody say hi. Let me go ahead and get our raid message ready. There we go. And yeah, I am hoping to see you all again on Friday. Hopefully, where we can do the new model reveal. Because once we do the model reveal, we're going to have quite a few things to talk about. The model itself, the art going with it. I want to talk about the thought process behind it and the reasoning. And then I also have some ideas for some stuff, generally for streams going forward and stuff like that, that I want to talk about. But I can't really talk about it right now because it somewhat factors into the model reveal and it will spoil an aspect of it. So, yeah, we're going to be chatting quite a bit on what I hope will be Friday. But we shall see. Thank God it's on the one day I'm not volunteering. Yeah, well, hopefully. I'm gonna work as hard as I can to make sure I get all of the supplemental stuff out of the way. So that way I can do the reveal hopefully that day. But enough yapping out of me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Take care of yourselves. If you haven't eaten yet, please go do so. And for the love of God, please try to get some sleep. It is not fun being chronically awake 24/7. Take it from me. Don't worry, if it takes longer, it'll be exciting either way. Thank you so much, Augustine. I appreciate that. And for everybody over in YouTube land, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you guys too. Remember, if you ever want to join the Discord server, let me know. I will drop a link in the comments. Or you can always pop over here to Twitch and you will find the link on my page. It's always there. But yes, that's gonna be it from me for today, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. It's always great hanging out with you guys. Make sure this is all set up and ready to go. I hope they didn't get off. Hold on. Why is it not letting me? Alright, we have to cancel. I think they ended their stream or something might be going on. They're no longer live. They raided out? Damn it. It's okay. We have another target. That's a shame. I was looking forward to raiding them for the first time, but... Panic. Thankfully, whenever I go to raid out, I usually I mentally pick 2 people in case this happens, because this has happened before. So I usually do have a secondary target. Bad luck? Yeah, that's what I'm known for. But we're gonna raid into Lilith Hua. She actually raided into me yesterday, so I'm glad I get to pay it forward. Thank you for the head pats, Falco. I hope you're doing well this evening. I'm unfortunately about to raid out now, but I'm always happy to see you, and I appreciate you dropping by. Hope you have a great rest of your evening as well. We're going to be raiding into Lilith. She is playing Observer. Thank you, Augustine, for the sticky note redeem. But yeah. Say hi to Lilith, everybody. And now, I can actually sign off the way I was about to. I've been lurking? Ah, okay, I see. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry it was so short. I was exhausted. But hopefully next stream is a little bit more lengthy. Just waiting for this ad to end. Perfect. Alright. Yes, take care of yourselves, everybody. Lengthy, you say? Phrasing, right? Alright, you guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll be seeing you hopefully on Friday. Gonna be working hard to make that stream happen. Yes, until we see each other again, as always, stay spellbound.